All right, welcome in. AJ, let's talk sports. What's going on? Here's your boy. We got a headset. We got our Ohio State Buckeyes. We're going to be playing tonight, 7:30. Be ready. But first, we're going to get in some top headlines. NCAA football top headlines of the day. It happened throughout this week. Now, Dartmouth, this is sad news. Dartmouth football head coach Buddy Stevens dies at the age of 66 after a bike crash in March. I read a little bit of an article. He's been at Dartmouth for a long time. He actually graduated at Dartmouth, and I guess he got hit and struck by a vehicle, and it injured his legs and stuff and all that. And he went to the hospital, and he got out. And I guess he was trying to recover, and he ended up passing away. So prayers go out to the Stevens family. Next topic. I didn't want to stay on it too long. Next topic, going to Florida versus Tennessee. Last weekend, we had 4 players suspended that was on the field during fighting. So they were slugging it out on the field. I don't know if you guys saw the highlights of that. So I'm trying to see the names. Offensive lineman Damian George Jr., Micah Mazkua, tight end Dante Zanders were suspended for Florida, while defensive lineman Omar Norman Watt was suspended for Tennessee. Now, Florida faces Charlotte on Saturday, while Tennessee takes on UTSA. Is there any more information? I don't think so, but there is a nice YouTube video off of ESPN. Florida's bench clears after Graham Mertz takes a hit here, but Thomas Everett was not penalized for the contact. Here's a quote. I don't know if you're going to have enough time at an onside and maybe get a shot back. He told reporters you were trying to finish to compete the right way, but ended up having some brawls at the end. We're going to Colorado and Boulder. So Deion Sanders, Colorado Buffalo is the hype of the town here in the country, United States, with Colorado undefeated so far, 3-0 when they started 1-11 last year. How you can mash up a bunch of people off the transfer portal, bring them from his old college as a Jackson State. Beast mode's over there. Goes to Colorado. Is he going to stay in the Big 12? Is he going to stay in Colorado? No one knows. But this article is about him condemning the death threats against that Colorado State player that did the illegal hit. I thought it was clean. Okay, it was a little tough. I mean, he hit him pretty good. But I thought it was a clean hit. But Mr. Deion Sanders was condemning the death threats that they said. It says, Deion says, quote, "That's absurd for people to be threatened. I don't mind getting death threats. I get them every week, but a kid, it's not good. He does not deserve a death threat over a game. At the end of the day, this is a game," end quote. So there is your top headlines throughout your college football sports world. We're going to go into Ohio State. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet. Now, I've done a little bit of note-taking. I've done a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So with Ohio State, I'm just going to go on here. The ESPN actually had a couple days ago saying that Ohio State is number 1 in the power rankings. And I would like to say, I don't understand. I listen to Joel Klatt. I listen to all these guys. But I love Joel Klatt, by the way. Shout out. Put me on the show if you want. Anyway, so how Ohio State doesn't move up after a dominant performance. I guess it was Western Kentucky. But Georgia almost falls. Alabama almost falls. Florida State about lost it. Florida State drops a little bit, but I think we're right there. We stayed at 6. I would have moved us up to at least 4. Penn State needs to go up a little bit higher. It should be 4-5 Penn State, Ohio State, or you could switch those either way. But Penn State didn't do all that great against Illinois either, because they didn't even. I think they covered a spread, but they didn't look all that great. But love the quarterback out there, Drew Allers or whatever his name is. He looks good. Keep an eye out for Penn State, because we have we have Notre Dame tonight at 7:30. We'll get into predictions here in a second. Then we got Penn State at home. We got to go on the road to Michigan. So there's 3 big tests that the Buckeyes will have to face so far this year. Anyways, so Ohio State, Notre Dame, I got a bunch of stuff on here, but I was wanting to just talk about Kyle McCord. Like I said, ESPN Power Rankings has Ohio State at number 1 in the land. And the best damn land in the land. Best damn band in the land. Okay. All right. So I was wanting to talk a little bit of background about Kyle McCord. If you don't know, So he's from South Philly, actually Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and I lived literally 10 minutes away from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, when I lived in West Berlin, New Jersey, if you know where that is. Shout out to there. There's a bar right back there, which is pretty sweet. Anyways, shout out to them. Nice people, by the way. I know they get a little bad rep, but they're real. They're honest, they're real, and they're genuine. They don't put up with no BS. I love it. Love it out there. Anyways, shout out, South Jersey. So he went to St. Joe's Prep School, and that's where Marvin Harrison Jr. went as well. So they have a tight connection from high school going to Ohio State, and that's probably why McCord got the start. But he played his butt off last week against Western Kentucky, and I was impressed with him. As long as he keeps trending upwards, which he has been with his completion percentage, his throws has been tighter. He's been looking really good. So, I mean, I'm telling you, his high school career, he finished 6,887 passing yards, 88 touchdowns, Philadelphia Catholic League. McCord was initially rated a 4-star in the beginning and then became a 5-star. He was recruited by Texas A&M, Penn State, Mississippi State, and Michigan State. Then he went to Ohio State, and, of course, he was the backup for C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud at Houston Texans now, trying to get a groove on down there. But McCord and Devin Brown, obviously, they were fighting against each other. But 3-0 so far. Here's his passing percentage. I was wanting to see if there's a highlight, but we're not going to do highlights real quick because we're trying to do a really quick show, try to drop this right now. So it is recorded, but I'm recording it. It's literally 10:20 in the morning on a Saturday. All right, so here we go. And that's about it right now. I just wanted to give a little bit of background behind him, where he comes from, where he is. And now he's at Ohio State. And I want to take a look at just the spread and the over-under. Can you take a look at this? Guess how much ticket prices are if you're going to be in South Bend, Indiana today. You should have got them already, but they're probably sold out. But $649 for a regular season game, that's as high as a playoff ticket at Notre Dame Stadium. Good night. I would not be going to that. So here's some stats. We just talked about Kyle McCord. He's 53 of 76, 815 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 INT. And he's going against Sam Hartman, which Sam Hartman is playing perfect right now. Neither one of us have really played anybody, so this is going to be a tough matchup tonight in South Bend with the Fighting Irish, and they're going to be ready to play. So 64 of 90. He's got over 1,061 yards. He's got 13 touchdowns, and Sam Hartman has a goose egg on the INT column, which that is good. Don't want to see him make mistakes. Hopefully, Ohio State Buckeyes defense will make him make mistakes with the safeties and corners on the end and the back end. And then hopefully we get that defensive tackles going after his ass. All right, so Trevion Henderson, 191 yards, 4 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr., 14 receptions, 304 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Got off on a bad start in the week 1. But so far, looking at the team stats, Notre Dame actually has a total passing yards or total yardage of 508.8 so far this year to 474.7 yards of offense for Ohio State. So the defense is kind of looking good. The offense with McCord is getting better. And then that is it. So we're 1-0, 3-0 overall, 1-0 in the conference. And Notre Dame is 4-0 because I think they have one extra game. So over-under is 55.5 according to Caesar Sportsbook, and Ohio State is favored by 3. Give me Ohio State. Give it over because I think it's going to be a passing slugfest if the defense and the corners and the back ends can't get it together and stop them, either both air attacks and the running. If Ohio State can get the rush, Trevion Henderson going, and then train them going as well. And I don't know where Mayan Williams is at. Can someone tell me where the heck Mayan Williams has gone? Because I didn't see him at all in the last game. I don't know if something's going on. Is he injured? Is he hurt? Is he not playing as well? I don't know. So someone tell me that one. Comment in the description, in the comment section. But 71 degrees, it's going to be kind of rainy there. So maybe it might not be as pass effective. So I just saw the weather forecast. We're looking at it right now, and it's going to be rainy. So maybe it is going to be an under game, but I'm going to go over just in case because I think McCord's going to go off. Sam, it's going to be Hartman versus McCord battle up there, and it's on NBC as well. So give me Ohio State, give me the over, and let's get out of here. Love you guys. God bless. Tip the waitress.